Matahari was born Margaretha Geertruida Zelle in 1876 in the Netherlands, far from the shadows and intrigue that would later define her life. Her childhood was marked first by privilege and then by collapse. Her father's financial ruin, her parents' divorce, and her mother's early death left her unmoored and searching for reinvention. At 18, Margaretha answered a newspaper advertisement for marriage placed by Rudolph McLeod, a Dutch army officer twice her age. The marriage carried her to the Dutch East Indies, where she encountered Javanese culture, dance, and ritual. But the relationship was violent and unhappy. Margaretha had 2 children during her time on Java, one of whom died at 2 years old. For many years, a story circulated that he was poisoned by a resentful servant. Most modern historians believe that is unlikely, and that he probably died from complications of disease, which were common among European children in the tropics at that time. After the death and years of abuse, Margaretha returned to Europe alone and poor. The other child stayed with MacLeod. In Paris, Margaretha created herself anew. She took the name Matahari, meaning Eye of the Day in Malay, and fashioned a persona as an exotic dancer from the East. Parisian high society, military officers, diplomats, and royalty were captivated. For a brief moment before the First World War, Matahari was famous, wealthy, and free. When war erupted in 1914, the world she depended on collapsed. Borders closed, patrons vanished, and suspicion followed anyone who moved between countries. Matahari, with her lovers on both sides of the conflict and her constant travel, attracted the attention of intelligence services. She accepted money from German agents, later insisting it was payment for services never rendered. French intelligence came to see her as a dangerous double agent. In 1917, Matahari was arrested in Paris and charged with espionage. The evidence against her was reportedly thin, circumstantial, and often contradictory, but the trial was swift and secretive. She was portrayed not only as a spy, but as a symbol of moral corruption, framed as a threat to national security. On October 15, 1917, Matahari faced a French firing squad. Reportedly refusing a blindfold, she stood upright, composed, and silent. She was 41 years old. Matahari has no known grave. Her body was unclaimed and sent to a medical school, where it disappeared from record, leaving no physical resting place. In death, Matahari became a legend, an archetype of the seductive spy, both feared and romanticized. Historians now widely agree that she was at most a minor intelligence asset and more likely a convenient scapegoat.